Wanda, I'm so excited to talk to you today about your new book, In the Way They Should Go. Why don't you introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about you?
Thank you. I'm Wanda Nelms. I'm a parent, a ministry leader, and an educator. I currently practice as an educational consultant here in the Oxford, Mississippi area. My background is in administration, guidance and counseling, consultant from the Learning Disability Department, also workshop presenter.
Wonderful. And so tell us, what prompted you to write this book?
Actually, what prompted me to write this book, which actually began as an article, were questions. Questions that I have, questions that so many parents have. I understand that throughout the times that I've worked with parents directly in those capacities, there were so many times that parents didn't understand what their children encountered from day to day. So this book was prompted by, first of all, those questions, and second, the fact that we are God's creation. And because we're God's creation, who could we best ask to tap into how we learn but the Creator?
That's really good. So what can a parent in a private or public school setting gain from reading In the Way They Should Go?
A parent from a private or public school setting could gain from reading this book a resource. A resource in understanding what are some of the day-to-day encounters that my child face in school, be it elementary or secondary. They could gain strategies, information from research, best practices, and how to lead and guide their child. They could also gain a foundation based on God's Word, and that foundation introduces wisdom as principle. The fact that understanding is vital, and then comes knowledge.
That's good. What about a homeschool parent? What could they gain?
This book emphasizes that we should embrace as parents our God-given charge to train and raise our children. This book, again, is interactive. There are questions at the end of each chapter. It opens the door for homeschool parents to not only be introduced to the strategies and the terminology and some of the terms that are used in public schools that students are also made privy to in private schools and in homeschools, but also understanding that through those observations, learning occurs based on how we impart knowledge. Also, the instrumental pieces in how to direct students, there's a response plan, say for instance, in the chapter on attention deficit. There's some information regarding medication. So all of those components combined will give the parent of these students a resource, a tool to work with.
That's great. You mentioned a lot about the God-given purpose that we have. What's the best advice you can give a parent in that regard?
The best advice that I could give a parent is to listen to your child and to observe. Observe what they enjoy. Observe what they like to do. Observe what they don't like to do. I could also say, after these observations, consult the Creator. Tap into what's your will for my child? What's the gift that's deposited in this child? And how do I best promote learning? How do I best help guide them?
That's great. So if we could summarize in one sentence what you hope readers would gain from this book, what would it be?
Based on those foundational truths, based on the fact that it's wisdom and understanding that helps us to discern and guide, how do we take that knowledge? What do we do with that knowledge? And how do we direct students in the way they should go based on those foundational truths?
Thank you, Wanda. I appreciate that, and I'm sure everyone will gain much from the book.
Thank you.